Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Tale of Dice. I'm once again gathered with a couple of great friends of mine to play the beautiful game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. But before we get started, however, we are missing the lovely Crystal because she is not feeling well, so she is sitting this one out. Crystal, we love you. Be better soon. We miss you. And hopefully next week you can come kick some ass, you divine space panther, you. But for now, the current predicament must be overcome by just these four individuals. Next to that, I am realizing that my voice is sounding pretty deep because I'm tired, because the world is open again, and I had parties this weekend. So that's good.
Oh, poor daddy.
No, it's good. It's a good. It's like the good type of tired.
It's
like
good. It's good. I'm good.
Yeah, it's like my body was hangover, but now it has overcome that, and now it's like this nice little state of relaxation, like you're very tired, as if you've like worked out a very, very long time. I mean, dancing counts, I guess.
That's how I see like hangovers, as like a post-workout pain. You know, like a badge of honor. You've really worked for it, you know?
Word.
Yeah.
I don't get hungover.
No.
Then
Another
you
reason
should
for me to kill your character.
Then you should drink more or less. I'm not sure.
Hungover is not a badge of honor.
I never did. Well, if I drink tequila, I get like the typical headache, nauseous, throwing up, hangover. But anything else, I'm just a little thirsty the next day, and that's it.
Don't let me taste it again from last night.
But Abe, you're always thirsty.
That's so true, though. But I mean, like
it's the other kind of thirsty.
The literal thirsty, not the figuratively.
With these four lovely individuals gathering for their demise in the estate of House Vedius, shall we play a game? And we're back. So, to jump back into our beautiful game. Last we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, had gathered information on the Crystal Plague, the ringing that had been sweeping the streets of the large city of Farwater and slowly but surely infecting different people with some sort of magical disease turning them mad. Information that they found led them to a couple of individuals who were seemingly perpetuating this disease, one of which the noble house of Vedius. Vedius being a house that had ties to the local waterworks, the gigantic magical sewer system that runs underneath all of Farwater to keep everybody spick-spot clean, well-fed with fresh drinking water. Although right now, with House Vedius seemingly tainting the water supply, that wasn't so true anymore. Our heroes, together with Tarush, who is from a noble family known as Dun Silvus, or better known as their title, the Silver Dragons, brought all of you with him as his escorts, to House Vedius to infiltrate the establishment and see what was up and up. The child of the house, Vermilion, or one of 84 other red names that Charlie so richfully bestowed upon them.
Oh, right. I still have to open that again. Thanks.
Yeah. Was seemingly in league with some sort of evil force that helped them spread the disease and in so doing gain more power. Tarush and Edge confronted Vermilion when...
Just Tarush. I had
well, you were in the room.
Decision.
Edge was in the room, though.
I was in the room.
You were in the room. Yeah.
End of.
Yeah.
That was my involvement. I was just there.
But while confronting them, Tarush got Vermilion to confess to their deeds and promise to bring you the next morning towards the source of all of this. However, before the morning could arrive, all of you were ambushed by Vermilion and a couple of scum that you had fought previously. Tarush was stabbed in his bed, and all of you were up and coming in a gigantic tussle in the hallways of the Vedius estates, until eventually, after taking some hefty blows themselves, Vermilion did knock out Tarush, dragging his unconscious body to the floor into the hallway to show with his elongated nails around the neck of Tarush to ask all of you to choose life or death. Will you continue fighting and forfeit Tarush's life, as Vermilion can take it? Or will you lay down your arms and see what other challenges are in store for you when you do? So, with all of that said, Vermilion had just uttered that statement and has now shown all of you that he has, that they have, god damn it, they have Tarush in the palm of their hand. As we go to Olam's turn. So, Charlie, I believe that Crystal has sent you a copy of Olam's character sheet. Is that correct?
Yes, I have Olam's character sheet in front of me. And also...
Oh, shit, yeah. Okay, so thank you, chat, for making this even more special, because right now we do have a wild magic search. So technically, we should wait until the top of the round, but who gives a fuck? We are just starting the session. So, Charlie...
I give a fuck.
Yeah. I think we can all use a little bit of
Tarush before Ginger does, okay?
Very well. So, with all of that being said, the first thing that happens is not Olam, but the wild magic search. So, Charlie, if you would do us the honors of rolling a beautiful die in stream to see what is up.
Dog.
Something seems to be... Hold on, let me make a quick... Take a quick look here. Oh, right, I see what's going wrong.
Oh dear.
No,
fireball?
No, it's just I left it at the bottom instead of the top. So
here.
Now fixing this, and now we see them on screen. And we're going for 1d20 and throw. Oh, that was almost a 17, but we go to 8.
8. All right. So, then we also need another roll to see who will be targeted by the wild magic search. So, just roll me another d20. And are you guys
15.
going for odd or even? Oh, well.
Sorry.
Then roll another one. But are you guys going to go for odd or even?
Odd, because we can't
very strange indeed.
Very well.
Because we are odd.
Odd it is.
Odd it is.
So, Charlie?
7.
Another d20? 7. Okay. So it seems that there is a small boon as Vermilion uttered these words to all of you. You feel yourself becoming light as feathers as all of you begin to gain a fly speed and can now get the heck out of Dodge as quickly as you would want. So basically you just have a fly speed that it is your normal speed now as the artifact pulses with green energy and all you feel your feet just slowly lift up. And you can also see that in their arms, like the body of Tarush is also just moving upwards a little bit. And Vermilion there just like, what the hell's going on? Not really knowing what is going on, but everybody is in a bit of a predicament right now. He is wounded. Two of his scum companions have already been killed by you. The one that you had previously encountered, who has just downed Crowan, has also got a nice set of wounds on him. So everybody is basically now in a standoff as this magic pulses over everyone. With that being said, Charlie, what will Olam do?
So for now, Olam will delay her turn until Crystal tells me in chat what she wants.
Very well. With that, the one scum that is still next to Edge is now just claws out.
Bring it, bitch.
Just slowly standing there. I believe that they also, this one is also heavily wounded already. So for now, as their master is shouting these orders, the scum is also just standing there, waiting for what is about to happen. Jack, what do you do?
First off, I'm gonna spend one action on the giant rat that is standing in front of me, and I'm going to attack the scum that is kind of like blocking the door.
All right, so
okay,
very well.
He's doing it.
You're dead. You can't talk, Turish.
Yeah, I know. That's why I stopped talking.
You've done enough talking already, okay?
Yeah, Charlie.
Your talking got us into this mess.
Yeah, Charlie, can you please get into roleplay mode and just lie on the ground for me? Thank you. Thank you.
Take a nap. Just take a nap.
Just take a nap. Take a nap. Don't breathe.
Just
Corpses don't breathe. All right, so you're using one action to command your rat to bite the shit out of the scum?
Yeah, that is true. I'm trying to. Come on. Okay. Yeah, website, please. Okay, I'm. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, I got it. I got it. The website was doing a thing. Give me giant rat. I need giant rat. That is, I think, a +7. That would make it 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Yeah. Cool.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's roll the damage. That's 3 points of damage and a fortitude save.
All right, so a fortitude save. Let's use this beautiful die. Is going to be only a 13.
Oh, he's stage 1 diseased with filth fever.
Oh,
so
damn.
at this point, it doesn't really do anything, but he is diseased.
Very well.
Oh.
With
No.
3 points of damage added to the roster.
Oh, and the next one is going to be. Let me have a quick look. That would be a 17 to hit.
17.
He's
right
frightened
now.
1.
Oh, he's frightened. Good to know.
That's true.
1.
Then that will hit. Yes.
Cool. So that will add another 4 points of damage and one more fortitude
Fortitude
save.
save. That will be a 25, however.
Yeah, that he makes that. So
Right.
yeah. After that, I am thinking, because I'm flying, can I like hover over the giant rat and maybe even over the scum to maybe stand in Crowan's room, so that I can maybe like make some room for Olam and Edge after that.
Very well. So you will move up and all the way over there.
Yeah, and then
As excuse me.
and then I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
All right. So Vermilion has just dragged the body of Tarush out, and while they are still uttering their words, the giant rat just goes bananas at the scum, and they just go, "God damn it! What is happening?" As Jack is also just flying over into the room next to him. Vermilion just ducks to the ground, but you can see that they are like getting their nails out. Fine, to the death then. As Crowan, I need you to make a recovery check. So right now you are dying and wounded 1.
Yeah, dying
So you
1.
need to roll an 11 or higher.
I rolled a 12.
That is 11 or higher.
Yeah.
So you are stable.
Okay.
As you are laying there on the ground, you don't go back to consciousness right away. You are still at 0 hit points, but you are no longer dying, and the rest of your companions can also just hear you groan a little bit. But you see that he is no longer bleeding out.
Yeah.
All right, so that is all for now.
Then Olam will take her turn.
Oh, very well.
So
What will she do?
yeah, Crystal's spoken, so we're gonna moonbeam their ass. So Olam will move up to behind the rat to get within range. As she runs past Edge, who's fighting the scum over there. And from here, I should have line of sight to what's his name? And Vermilion. And yeah, I'm gonna use Moonbeam. So yeah, I mean the joke is fun for one sesh, you know. I I recognize my own limits. I'm not a god yet.
Do you?
And Olam gathers all the energy in her being as the stars from her fur seem to pulse towards her hand as a moonbeam erupts towards Vermilion. I make a spell attack roll, and that will be with a 7 on the die, or plus 7, 17 plus 7 is 24 against AC.
As Vermilion had their shield up, it still hits.
Nice. All right.
However, I also need to make a roll because Vermilion also had their mirror image spell up. So there are multiple Vermilions running around right now. So that is going to be, let's see here. They still had 2 things left. So on a 5 or 6, it hits. That's a 3, so the moonbeam does hit, but it just evaporates one of the 3 remaining Vermilions.
Bummer.
Okay.
And
As
Vermilion would
unravels
also
into
have
arcane.
cover, giving another +2 to AC, but that's not really relevant in this.
Would still have hit.
Yeah.
Would still have hit.
All right. So that would
Alright.
be Olam's turn, whose curse now increases.
Ooh dear.
But we'll get to that later.
All right. With that out of the way, the one scum that is standing in front of Vermilion and basically in the middle of it all just goes back on a rampage. He looks back at his master, Vermilion, and with the spear in hand, death. And he turns the spear around and goes for you, Jack, as you are flying through the air. The first attack is going to come in at a 18 to hit.
An 18 hits.
18 hits. All right. With that, that becomes... where is my die? There we go. A nice little 9 points of piercing damage towards you as the spear just chops you up in midair.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh.
Uy, caramba.
He then goes in for a second attack for a natural 1, as this time you fly out of the way and his spear just goes into one of the wooden beams that is standing there and breaking a piece of the house with the return of the spear, and then just goes for a swoop as a Hail Mary for the last, trying to swat you away as a fly with a second natural 1. So
that might hit. Let me have
this
a look.
time,
No,
just
not
ruining
really.
the door with Vermilion standing there. Watch it! I need to live here.
How is he gonna live here after just murdering 4 people?
Not well, I believe. All right. Tarush, at this moment, you are knocked out. So I believe that you can do jack shit for now.
Well, I
Does
need
he
to
have
make
a
a...
recovery? Yeah.
Well, Vermilion did knock you out, so you're not dying.
Oh. Okay.
It was
Oh.
non-lethal attack because they can use their hands. So they especially used it to knock you out and then use you as a bargaining chip, which, well, didn't go so well. So I believe that we will just have to skip right now, because if you're unconscious, it takes like a half an hour or so before you can
No,
get back
that's
to
fair.
consciousness.
I'm just gonna check, because do I still... I mean, I'm not dying, but am I wounded? No, I'm just not... I get neither wounded nor dying from being knocked out non-lethally, I
Ooh.
see.
That is very nice. All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
With
okay.
that being said, Edge.
I am use all 3 of my movements, all 3 of my actions to move full
Mhm.
speed, because this is a very small hallway. There's not a lot that I can do without being all up in Ginger's face. Actually, I would like to use my first 2 actions to move. This is to go downstairs, I assume.
Yes, these are the large staircases to go down there.
Oh, that's 30 feet.
Oh, and for reference, Wouter, when knocked out, it says 1 minute or more up to the DM. So
Gotcha.
30 minutes is also fine, but FYI.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
So I'll get over there with 2 move actions, and I'm going to use my third action to see if I can hear Nox, because I told him to make noise and wake up the house.
As you do so, you run downstairs, and you do
I don't
hear...
run, I'm flying.
Oh, sorry, you're flying.
literally
Indeed,
just
you
like,
are. Whee! As you fly downstairs, you are now in the in like the main entrance, and you do hear coming from somewhere in the let's see here, where would they be? Like the right side of the house. So basically, from underneath you and to the right, you hear Nox making a mixture of different monkey sounds as he is causing ruckus. You saw that over here there was like a gaming room, and eventually you also hear it just go bling, 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 as he is probably jumping on the piano over there.
Right. Okay. Is that my third action then?
With 2 action, because you have a movement speed of 25, right? 30.
30.
Well, then this would, to get you all the way over here, there would only
be 2
one
movements?
action. I think
One?
just the one.
Okay.
With, you were standing over here.
Because I counted the
15.
squares.
Oh, no, wait, like, yeah, this would be 2 actions, because, like, this all the way over there would be 30.
It's like a corner and another corner.
So you basically have, like, 10 feet of movement left with the second action that you've just spent.
Okay. So there's probably... The servants' quarters would either be downstairs or, like, in an attic or something. I'm gonna whistle for Nox and, yeah, stay where I am until he comes back to me.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me while you're there.
Ooh, that was almost good. It went from a 15 on the die to a 7 for a total of 4.
4. That's nuts.
No, 7 for a total of 11. It's
11.
plus
All right.
4. My brain did a...
What you do see is that as you are flying over there, they aren't trying to hide themselves all that well. But let's see here. You see over here, this door down there.
Where? Oh, other page. Okay.
Down there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Down there, standing slightly ajar as someone is just like leering in your general direction. You can't really see who it is with your perception check, but you do see someone there.
Okay.
And I would say, yeah, Crone would have shared this information. When Crone was moving throughout the house, as he was scouting the day before, he knew, and he would have told all of you, that this are the rooms of the guards, of the bodyguards of House Vedius. So this is just like their small mess hall. They have a small armory where they keep their long swords and scabbards and that sort of stuff.
Okay. In that case, instead of waiting for Nox to come to me, I'm gonna beeline towards that person.
All right. And as you move towards it, the door just opens up, and you can see that it is Erica, the lead of the guards, and you can see that behind her there are a couple of others just sitting at the table, all looking very like stressed as all of this is going down. And Erica just goes like, "Look, we have." And that's all that she can mutter for now, as it is still in the heat of combat, and her turn only takes 6 seconds.
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Oh, she gonna get it.
That's 11 hit points, because she's getting all this, she's gonna get.
Oh, no, not physically. There is a barrage of word hate coming her way pretty soon.
Let's see here. So now that I have that, where are all my characters? There are my characters.
Here I am.
There we go.
We're here.
So
Hey.
yeah, need to update the battle map real quick.
I'll point them out for you here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so what we have right over here are laggards. Let's see.
Oh, yes, it's
over
very interesting.
there, with Erica standing next to it. Where's Erica? There's Erica. Why do we make such big battle maps? Can use them for shit like this. All right, there we go. Scrolling. There we go. Erica standing in the door opening, and Edge being next to them. Okay.
Well, not yet. I only had like 10 feet of movement left. So I think I'm just at the bottom of the stairs.
Very well.
Would that be here? Or is that a different staircase?
I mean, you can note that that's the same staircase.
Okay, cool.
No idea how important it is to update it all.
Myself at the same time. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh wait. I was trying to help you as well, but then we
both did a thing and then nothing happened.
And then nothing happened.
I'm
Here,
working.
wait.
I'm working.
I'm just gonna whip.
I'm working. Oh,
there
we
go.
go.
Yay! We moved a miniature on a battle map.
By zooming out immensely.
Behold the beautiful game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And the toils of Roll20. Okay, so those are your 3 actions then. Just moving there and starting a conversation that is going really weird.
Oh no, not just starting a conversation, but I'm not talking. I'm shooting daggers. The only noise coming out of my mouth was whistling for Nox to come to.
Very well. Then right now we go towards the artifact turn with nothing to be done with it. So with that, it is Vermilion's turn once again. And they are holding Tarush, his knocked out body still in hand. And let's see here. Yeah. He's just going to use one action to just cut open Tarush's throat, let the body fall on the ground.
No!
Is that rule-wise a thing?
And with that, he's just basically going to use an attack against Tarush.
That only makes him dying too, then, according to the rules.
Yes. And that's also what he is going to do. Tarush isn't straight out dead. He's just going to start and bleed out. So Tarush
because he said cut his throat open, so I figure that's pretty much dead.
Yeah, well, he could use more of his actions to immediately kill Tarush. Yeah. But right now, there are multiple problems in front of his face. So Tarush, one action, you were dying too, bleeding out on the ground.
Well, I'm having KFC flavored chips. So
why?
Because you wouldn't allow me to eat an avocado as a snack.
I remember distinctly double, triple motherfucking daring you, so eat it. Eat it.
So Tarush, as he falls on the ground, he's he's not really conscious, but there's a sign of life as he goes, and he's grasping for it, trying to maintain a semblance of life.
And with that, can you also hold up the bag of chips one more time for me, please? Like the logo of the man, it looks like he has a very small black stick figure body. Yeah. Okay.
Can't also, A Tale of Dice is in no way partnered or affiliated with Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken, get on that.
Like, honestly, we don't even really like it.
Oh, okay. There goes.
Of all the fast food places where you can get chicken, KFC is at the bottom of my list.
Let's see here. And
I just got the cease and desist letter. Fuck.
But I said we were in no way affiliated with.
No, it's the slander part.
Yeah, we had a good run though.
Yeah,
we tried. So right. Burger King, you know where we at?
And yeah, he is going to use his last 2 actions to cast a spell.
Oh damn.
Let's see here. All right. Yada yada yada.
Okay, I'll be honest, these are the most disappointing chips I've ever eaten. I'm
You know the
serious.
least disappointing chips I've ever eaten? Lay's ketchup. So good.
Well, I
Ooh,
like
those are really good.
I like those.
Those actually disappoint me often.
Let's see
Opinions
here.
are divided.
I know, this chip
You
just kind of
are
reminds me of what I
entitled to
am to
your-
my parents. It's
You are entitled to your wrong opinion.
Day of Dice Civil War, the war of the chips.
Yeah.
The war of the ketchup chips. Yes. I'm already
Let's see
looking
here.
at what I can do that will not kill Tarouche, but will
Too
do
late.
some
He's already
damage.
dead.
Damn it. All of you are way too close. He's a spellcaster, but his area of effect spells are a problem right now. So right now he's just going to use his last 2 actions to go ahead and cast Spout at your direction, Jack. So as he conjures up with his elongated fingernails, he begins to carve out these arcane runes, and with it he casts a spell as a spout of water is jetted into your direction. Let's see. And you need to go ahead and make a reflex saving throw for me.
Make it! Make it!
No, if I make it. I don't think I make it. That is going to be a 9.
9. No, that
9.
is a failure. And I believe a critical one at that.
Oh, damn.
Yep. All right, so you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that hurts.
And let's see. Area. No, and that's just it. Oh no, wait. Excuse me. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
10
better.
points.
Yes.
And then I then also Jack falls to the ground. I'm afraid.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, guys.
Yeah.
oh
Why
damn.
did we have
Zero-
healers,
0
guys?
experience, yeah.
We
With
kept
that-
telling Crystal, but she insisted on. No.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
No, you
now.
insisted on starting a fight in somebody's own home where we were severely outnumbered. Don't try to shove this on Crystal. This is all your fault,
Yes,
Charles.
no, that's fair. I should have accounted for the scum living here. That's fair.
And the guards. And the household.
Nah,
Right.
they're on our side, kind of, in a weird
They're
way.
not. They're not. They would have
They're-
helped us if they were.
They're not doing anything at the moment.
I'm
Dude,
gonna
Jack,
start,
shit.
I'm gonna start making a
Purposefully.
new character already, so what level can we start again?
However, Orlam, how will she save the day, Charlie?
Oh, we're back to Olam. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still a fucking rat in the way. So
Yep.
in that sense, damn. And the rat's not. No, the rat would probably disappear because Jack is no longer there to order it.
Oh yeah. How does that work, Jack?
I'll have a quick look. But
Yeah, you want to look at summon or minion on PF2.
I don't think it's a concentration spell, but it might be.
Yeah, it's concentration.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
this on.
It like you command it by sustaining the spell, so it disappears.
The rat goes home.
Which is actually convenient because that means that Olam will move up 1 step and use Chill Touch on Vermilion. Let me grab that out there. That would be... Yeah. So I make a... Oh, they make a fortitude save.
They will try and make a fortitude save. Although this is a let's see here. How does, because Vermilion still has 1 mirror image up.
It range touch. It's
Yeah,
not an
so-
attack. I don't know if that matters for a mirror image specifically. What it says.
That is a good question.
if it specifically states attacks.
I think it's just targeting.
Any attack that would hit you has a random chance of hitting one of your images.
Right.
So I mean, literally no, but as interpreted, probably yes. So I say make the roll.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. But Olam does touch the right one. So
nice.
Vermilion will go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw of an 11 at this moment.
Nice. That is not enough. That is a fail. So that would be a d4 plus modifier is only 3? Crystal. Ugh.
I mean, that's normal for these levels.
Well, I'm joking. 6 damage, and is also
damage.
Yeah, just that 6 damage.
All right. As Olam steps forward, as one by one you begin to drop as flies, Olam steps forward and touches Vermilion. The mirror image shimmers next to them, but Vermilion is the one to get touched, and the cold begins to burn their skin. But Vermilion is still standing strong.
I don't like this.
Nice. All right. That's Olam's turn.
All right. As we turn our attention to this lovely scum over here, as that thing is just going to run after you, Edge, with... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he can get all the way towards the staircase and is now basically standing just behind you, but that is all that the thing can do. Let's see here. Oh, and by the way, Ed, you used your last action to also go over towards Erica, right? So you got all the way down there with her.
Yeah.
No. We
You
you
did
said
say
so, and I
you were
said
gonna
no. I
be
only
like-
had 10 feet of movement left, so I made it like to the
Oh,
bottom
right.
of the
Excuse me.
stairs,
You
but
used
that
your
was
last action not to move, but do other stuff. That's correct. Right. So that is all that this thing can do. Jack is not having their turn because they are also moved all the way towards just before Vermilion.
Where you fall down, you go down.
Yep. So with that being said, Crowan, you were already stable, so you were just groaning on the ground.
Ugh. Give me 10 minutes, I'll be fine.
And with that, the other scum that has fought you before is also heavily wounded, but still staring in the face of Olam as Vermilion next to them also just goes, "Kill them. All of them."
Oh shit.
And the spear goes up and goes, and I think that goes wide with a 12 to hit.
Against Olam? Yeah, absolutely.
Another couple of splinters break off of the house. The second strike comes in for a... That is going to be a 15 to hit.
Miss.
And the last one is going to be a 12.
All right, so Olam's just holding up her Morning Star and just slapping away these strikes as she prepares another spell.
She didn't have her Morning Star on her.
She
None of us
slaps
have
it
our
away.
weapon.
That's a good point. She slaps it away with her claws because she is badass like that.
Exactly.
All right. As the combat continues upstairs, Edge, what do you do? Downstairs, as another scum is hot on your tail.
I just stare daggers at Erica. What are you doing here? Why are you not helping my people?
Go ahead and make your choice of a diplomacy or an intimidation check.
Intimidation is higher, so I'm gonna go with that. Not with a natural 1 though. That's a 9. God damn it! Well, I didn't do the thing before. I have to bless my dice.
Yeah. I have some videos you can watch on training your dice as well. If they don't.
Is there
It
anything like me
involves a
training
lot
won't
of
work?
violence.
Erica is just standing there. She is holding her short bow at the ready, and you can see that she has an arrow notched. But she just goes, "I'm sorry, we had our orders. We can't." And that's all that she utters for now. So that's one intimidation check failed, but you still have 2 actions left.
I coming closer to her.
You have a scum right next to you, Edge. Think about that as well.
Scum is not my biggest problem right now. My biggest problem is hearing my friends dying upstairs, and I'm not going to be able to fix that situation by myself.
Your friends and Tarush.
Tarush is dead. My friends are dying.
Nice.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm gonna lean in closer. You are a good person. Good people do not stand idly by while people are being murdered in their house.
Go ahead and roll another intimidation check.
Would that not be diplomacy?
I think that would be more diplomacy.
I mean-
I'm appealing to her better nature, I guess.
Fair enough. Diplomacy it is. Yeah.
I mean,
You
I'm
can do
taking a -4 hit on this, so. Yeah, with a 3, that's a total of 7. You, sir, are going in a timeout. Bastard.
Look, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know who you people are. I just know that, oh my god, what is that? And she looks at the scum standing behind you
Oh my lord.
as it runs off the stairs.
Without looking at it, without looking around, because I know. I just say, that and your young master is what's killing us. And I turn around and I go for a punch.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, don't.
Could you restart the music now?
Please.
I can.
That's
I will.
better. That's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay. Can I still turn it into a flurry of blows, or?
You have 1 action, so if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack again then. Flurry of blows. That is minus 13 to hit.
13 misses, I'm afraid.
13 misses. Okay, that's still a d6. Oh, and I'm gonna stunning strike him. So that's fucking hell. That's 2 damage and a fortitude save, please.
All right. He will not have to make his fortitude save because he had 1 hit point left.
Okay, yay! All right, so basically, I just told her that's what's killing us, and I turn around and I punched it to death. Yeah.
It comes running down the stairs, and you are so done with this shit. Like, not now.
Yeah, no, I'm just like they messed up my beauty sleep. I had to be Tarush's lover at dinner. He fucked up our mission. I have 0 patience left for your bullshit, Erica.
That scum is like just flopping down the last step of stairs. Like this blood just splattering out as the guards are all looking like, holy shit, what?
The other guards are just like sitting there, like looking very stressed. Like one of them, the chair like is kicked back a little bit as he jumps up as the body just comes tumbling to the floor. Erica is standing there with her arrow notched. She goes just like, and then goes back. As this display happens and you kill this scum, I will give you 1 last chance. For this turn,
I
at
will
least.
let my magic crackle around my tattoos and arms.
You better not fuck this up,
like I
Abe.
did with my father, let it crackle into my eyes as well. And I try to look at all of them into the room. Fuck, what do I say? I need a one-liner.
Need a one-liner.
I need a...
With me!
Okay.
Death!
Yeah. Yeah.
Blood for the blood through.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Kindness or cowardice, you choose now. I'm gonna continue blessing my dice.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if this is a blessing or that you're actually just cursing them without knowing it.
No. Last week it worked. I didn't roll terribly last week.
All right.
I love how Charlie's like, this is bullshit, but I like this show.
Yeah. I'm okay with it, you know.
I believe in it, okay?
I'm not opposed to different beliefs. You know, it's I'm happy for you.
I'm entitled to my wrong opinion?
Yeah.
No, you're entitled to, I don't know, smoking
My
up your
ritual.
house in favor of trying to get your dice to roll well.
It's Santo Paulo. It smells delicious.
Oh. I have no idea. Santo Paulo.
It's sacred wood from Peru.
Ooh. That does sound fancy. I love it.
It kind of smells a little bit like sandalwood. Very nice.
But I'm still waiting for the roll, though.
We're still waiting on that.
Oh, fuck. Right. Intimidation, diplomacy. That
Your choice.
would be an intimidation, because I basically told them you fight with us or you fucking die. Nope.
What is it?
It's a no.
It's a no.
It's a 10 total.
A 10 total.
yeah.
She just stands there and goes, I'm sorry. That is all for now.
Okay.
All right. With Edge out of the way, we have an artifact that is going into overdrive. Charlie, eat twice, or did you already? You already ate, I think.
Oh yeah, I should have crossed that off. That was
those
me
are
going
away.
to town on those fucking KFC.
Right.
Ooh,
I have a backup bag of chips which I'm gonna open later because I really don't like the KFC chips.
Oh,
Edge, this turn might have been not with you, disastrous, but a small little whiff of magical energy does come your way in the form of an inspire. So for the next ability check that you make, you will have a +5 bonus by the
really
grace
use that
of
this round.
Lexic Wit. Next to that,
You get this 2 inspires and a haste actually for Edge.
oh damn, yeah, 2 inspires even.
Yeah, but the inspires
wow.
don't stack, Edge,
No.
so like you get them success.
Yeah, I just get an inspire on 2 subsequent turns.
Exactly. Well, subsequent
Yeah.
actions.
And next to that, Savage Combat Smurfs are indeed living up to their name with not 1, but 3 total elemental sparks that, let's see here. We have 1 going towards the, who already died. So, Savage Combat Smurfs, if you can tell me in which direction the elemental spark would otherwise go. At least there's 1 going either way for the other 2 combatants, as electrical energy arcs off in both directions. Let's see here. That'll be, you guys are level 2 momentarily, so that will be 2d6 damage each. Going for, oh damn! Double 6s. Double
Nice.
6s, going for the kid, and a 6 and a 2 for a total of 8 going towards the other Bagurgle. As, let's see here. Savage Combat Smurfs, how would you like to kill the McGurgle? Because you just finished off the recurring
Villain.
Murloc villain over here.
very nice, very nice.
And then I believe that we also know where the last elemental spark is going now.
Yeah.
Oh my
As-
god! Like we have this big bad that Voucher's like, yeah, he's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, and then Savage Combat Smurf's like, nah.
No.
Nice.
Nah.
The chat is king. And the last elemental spark I would figure would also go towards the kid then, as a large last charge of magical energy erupts and also blasts him on the side for another 9 points of damage. As you can see that the kid itself is now also
You can do this, Alarm!
not doing well.
Oh, and he's made a good suggestion. It explodes and the splatter covers the downed characters.
Oh, damn. All right, so with that, as the electrical energy enters the body of the Murloc, with his large tribalistic spear at the ready, the energy conducts through the metal as it enters his body, and there it begins to charge and fill up until eventually it is too much to contain, and just the whole room is covered in a rain of gore, as Vermilion now also is confronted with their mortality, and they just go, this was not how it was supposed to go. As our beautiful scum Murloc is no more, and the only thing that falls to the ground are the spear and the two beautiful magical bracers. All right. Damn, that was an artifact.
Nice.
We're keeping it.
The artifact was dropping fact. Yeah, that was nice.
I believe that with this, the artifact has been a better combatant than the rest of the party.
Hey.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm just spitting facts.
Yeah, obviously
I
the
did
artifact
great.
has a
Being a
bigger
dick.
penis than all of us. It is
It is true.
obvious.
It is true.
Mhm.
My red is also very effective.
It's not how big it is,
The
how
red
you
is also
use it, Charlie.
Um,
Well,
right.
the artifact also uses it well, obviously.
As your blood running through your fingers on your neck, Tarush, is now mixed with the blood and gore of fish bits showering you, you are grasping to life. And you're dying too, so that needs to be a 12 on the die for you to survive. Or at least not continue dying.
12.
12, exactly? Alright, so you are still dying, but you are now dying 1. So you're one step
Oh,
closer
I actually...
to... I believe that's how it works.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
how it works.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought I would actually, like, have the same terrifying moment next turn, but okay. This is progress. We're making progress.
Next turn, you only need to roll an 11, because it's 10 plus your dying value. So the next time the DC is an 11, and if you roll an 11 or higher, then you are stable.
Oh
Just
my
like
god.
Crowan, who is now like, not having a good time over there as blood and gore is falling all over you.
Yeah,
but
at this
Jack,
point, Tarush and Crowan are like, which blood is mine?
do keep in mind that all of you did stock up on a couple of healing potions.
yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Jack is
So,
down, so he doesn't care.
However, Jack, you are also down, so indeed, go ahead and roll me a check for you. Needs to be an 11.
Net 20.
Nat 20!
Whoa.
Alright, so
Oi.
as Vermilion is showered in the blood and gore from the other side, a half-orc with the tenacity that your race is known for is no longer down. You are at 1 hit point.
Bad boy.
Hell yeah,
Rubber
so
band to the bone.
next
Bad
turn,
wrong.
you can just do stuff again.
Oh, next turn, okay.
Yeah, like this is just a check for him, so he does
Wait.
lose his turn.
You make the sound, but he's still prone, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's still prone. As Vermilion is having their turn, and fuck, like his combatants are all gone.
Olam
Huh.
is the only threat right now,
Yeah.
apparent. But fortunately for us, Olam is currently pretty weak to grappling and such. But I don't imagine Vermilion has that kind of niche going on. And
No, he has.
Olam is also at full health still. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like his odds.
No, indeed.
I do like his odds.
All right. He, however, now that he is on his own, man, they're just a kid though, so they aren't all that happy to die.
Yeah, you have to be at least ready for that.
Yeah. So what would they do? What would they do?
In the meantime, Crystal, wait, let me switch to the chat here. Crystal's flipping out in chat over me telling the weaknesses. Crystal, you know that Wouter's the DM. He knows the rules and how they work, right?
All right. So Vermilion is going to take 1 step to the side, and they are going to cast a spell. In a panic.
Okay.
There we go. So they just step outside and just go, just get away from me! And with his magical fingers, he conjures up a wall of water that is just burst outward, engulfing Olam and trying to push her away. Let's see here. So I need Olam to go ahead and make a reflex save.
Ooh, Olam's reflex is a 7. That's pretty nice. For 10 plus 7, 17.
17? That's a normal failure.
Okay.
So Olam does take a hefty chunk of damage. Let's see, that is going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus, what?
As the wave of water with a 3rd level spell slot is jetted outward and tries to push Olam away, but Olam is capable of staying put right now. And as the water passes, Vermilion is just like slowly stepping backwards as they are no longer having a good time over here, and their plan is unraveling. All right.
What the fuck? 20 damage, damn.
Yep.
Is it
That's
nice.
nice. By the -3 of Olam's characteristic? I don't remember what it's called.
No, it's enfeebled, which is any strength-related things, and she has a penalty on being grappled,
No,
being
she has
tripped.
also physical damage reduction.
Yeah, I believe that Olam also has resistance to physical damage at these moments.
Oh, and this is physical damage.
This is bludgeoning damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That
I
is.
believe it was 3.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take that off.
All right.
Nice.
So Olam is back to 11 hit points instead of 8.
Yeah, that's 3.
As the water
Yeah.
passes over all of you, Olam is also still the only one standing up right now. What would she like to do?
Okay. So. Yeah, so now Vermilion is in between him and Crowan. Her and Crowan. Crowan, you're just stable. You're not conscious, right?
I'm unconscious, yes.
How tall is the room that we're in?
How tall? I would say about, like, not 10 feet, but like somewhere around 2 meters.
2 meters. Okay, so
No,
that'll
a
be
bit
2
higher.
squares, right?
Yeah, no, it would be more. It would be more than 10 feet high.
Nice.
This is a large mansion, like wide open spaces.
Because if I remember correctly, we're still flying. So
You are still
Olaf
flying.
flies over Vermilion and goes towards Crowan. That's first action. She's floating above Crowan. Second action, I pour a healing potion into Crowan's throat.
Okay.
So that is 1d8, so 5 HP back to Crowan.
That sounds good.
Ooh.
And then I have one more action with Olam. In which case, yeah, Olam is proficient in simple. Yeah, so you know what? As Olam has fed the healing potion, I can't really do much with just the one action, I think.
Just attack her.
Yeah, just Olam will just, as she's flying in the air over Crowan, just kind of flip around and just pounce at Vermilion as a last-ditch effort with a 13 plus, that would be the same as the Morning Star, so plus 5 is 18 against their
18.
AC.
18 misses, I'm afraid. As Vermilion
bummer.
is backing up, they are dodging out of the way of Olam, and as she tries to cat pounce them, they just go down, fingers upright, cowering before all of you,
So
but not hit.
as she sees Crowan's eyes open, oh wait, Crowan, you don't really need to stand up. You could just float up. But anyway, Olam just says, "Get them," and that's
Alright.
that's her turn.
And with that, we have the turn of Crowan. I'm just gonna put Olam away for a second.
Okay.
Crowan. What would you like to do?
Rules technically, if I ask him to surrender, would I know if he surrenders at the end of my turn? Or would it be...
So you can't actually do that. So you, like, intimidate in this game has very specific things you can do with it. So that would be demoralize, what you want to do, which really just gives a penalty.
Yeah, I know, but I want to actually roleplay wise ask him to surrender because he's already afraid. So
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna. Can I attempt it, Wouter?
Of course you can.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. Yeah. There's still a way out of this. Surrender or face the consequences.
All right, go ahead and make your choice of an intimidation or a diplomacy check for this.
I'm gonna go with intimidation. I like intimidation. It's 17 plus 9, 26.
Ooh, 26. As you say this, Vermilion is just standing there, and they just go, okay, peace. At which moment you see darting behind them this small, luminous jellyfish that just comes floating by. And as Vermilion is cowering before you and surrendering themselves, the small jellyfish begins to glow a little bit, and you see Vermilion's eyes just go, no. As they glaze over with blackness, and Vermilion is just no longer in control of his own body, it seems.
Oh, god damn it.
Alright.
Okay. So I guess I'll just do I have penalties from attacking while being prone?
Good question.
No, you count as flat-footed
Yeah.
to other attackers, but you don't take any penalties to attack.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stab his foot or something twice, trying to do it twice. Since yeah, I still have trap AC, so who cares?
So you just take out the knife and just go,
Got him. First one is a fail. Second one is 20 in total.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so who wants to bet the jellyfish is like the big bad?
8 damage.
8 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Ah!
How do you kill the kid by stabbing them in the foot?
Well, basically, I'm gonna just with my dagger, I'm gonna reach for the back of his knee, making him fall prone, and then stab him at the throat.
All right. So as some dark force is enveloping Vermilion, you crawling, pain coursing throughout your body. You see Tarush bleeding out on the ground next to you, still grasping for air. Jack on the other side is slowly coming up, and you just slice him. And as the body falls, you can see these black eyes for a moment with like dots of a somewhat purple indigo-like hue, as if the crystals themselves are inside him, and you just go stab in the middle of the throat, and within a couple of moments you can see the blood begin to well up in their throat, and then just coming to a halt.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh my
As this
god.
is going on, as this is going on, we still have one turn of edge. So we will stay in the initiative order for now because there is still some tension as Tarush is bleeding out.
But the jellyfish is also gone, right?
With that, the jellyfish evaporates into nothingness.
Okay.
Oh.
As
It was a witch. Vermilion was a witch.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Wouter said that last week.
I said it last
Did
episode.
nobody check their notes from last week? Am I seriously the only one paying attention?
Generally.
He was an evil caster. That's all I needed to know.
My notes read clearly blank.
Ah, very well. All right.
My notes say steer clear of Ave. They're gonna hit you.
Can't steer clear of me when you're unconscious.
But, Ave,
Yeah.
what is Edge going to do this time?
Edge is feeling the white hot rage of injustice well up inside them. And is going to silently say a prayer to you-know-who to give everybody in this house who refused to help us what they truly did.
Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
What they truly deserve, you
Sweating.
said?
I'm afraid to roll now.
If you said what they truly deserve?
What
Yeah,
they
I could cut
truly
off a little
deserve.
bit.
Okay.
The last word fell away, indeed. Yeah.
It seems that the words were actually sent towards the one receiving your prayer.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Oh
Natural
damn,
one.
son!
Yeah, again, these are somebody else's dice. I don't have any edge-specific dice.
All right.
Oh wait! I had the inspire, so maybe that'll do something. That'll make that a 6, plus whatever I have for religion, which isn't going to be much. So that's a 6 instead of a 1.
I'm sorry.
You're so
With a natural one, I can't give you anything at this moment. As you utter these prayers in the heat of the moment, you don't find any connection for now within this house.
For now. But Edge is going to be repeating this curse until something happens.
Every day.
every day.
All right.
So that would be action 1.
Yeah.
2 left.
Action 2, I'm going to spit at Erica's feet.
Very well.
Pitiful. And I back up the stairs, picking up Nox on the way.
All right. So as Edge moves upward, the artifact still pulsing with energy. As Jack, you actually also have now a hero point as a whiff of potential enters your body and is stored there for later use. And Edge, you also were hasted. So with that, you are already back upwards with your friend.
And
Because-
I see the dead lighthouse. And
Yeah, so you're
Rowan is
basically
sort of
all over.
down. Jack is
good.
down.
You do just barely. Well, no, you couldn't see him from here, but you have no idea how Tarush is doing. You can't hear him at this moment.
No, but I see that Vermilion is dead.
Yeah, you see Vermilion's body lying on the floor. His simple red and blue robes, his elongated fingernails, a puddle of blood and gore of the scum that exploded just a couple of moments before. Tarush, as you are still grasping at your neck, the bleeding is slowing a little bit. It seems that the nails of Vermilion didn't go as deep as you had feared, but still, though, go ahead and roll your die.
Guess I'll do it on screen.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Make it
Oh,
more
shit.
fun.
Cool.
That's
Take
a
me
9. So I
That's
go
a
to
9.
dying 2 again,
You
right?
go to dying 2 again. So you are still just having a very, very bad time. All right.
You are not enjoying yourself.
With that being done, Jack, you are at 1 hit point. What do you do?
Well, at least I'm still alive, so I get up. I move myself towards Tarush,
Mm-hmm.
and I administer a healing potion.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
I just throw it in his neck wound. No.
just pour it into his open neck.
Yeah, like
just
I
push
just
the
spread
wound
the
open a
open neck
little
and then
bit,
pour it
find the esophagus, and just go like go 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 go
it's
go.
easier than the mouth. That's fair.
With a little funnel. I pull out a little funnel and I put it in.
I can't prepare for this.
How does Tarush react to all
All
this?
right, so well, I mean, Maxime, could you roll a d8 for me first? See how many HP I get back. Like, am I? Okay, so I'm still kind of on the brink of death here. I'm wounded 2 now.
Yeah.
Instead of dying 2, and I'm at 2 HP. So yeah, Tarush wakes up. Oh, Jack. Jack, my savior. Jack.
Yes.
Ah,
I'm. So how are you feeling? Just very casually, how are you feeling?
Are you okay?
oh. I do not remember the last time I was in so much pain. Oh, oh. It hurts so much. And he starts kind of maniacally laughing at the intense amount of pain from the gut wounds, throat wounds, everything wounds that he's experiencing with only 2 HP left, as still every part of his body is in utter agony.
Yeah, a scratch like that hurts.
Oh, I most certainly did you? I deserve that, but did you get the son of a bitch?
Yes. Well, I think the honors have to go to Crowan, I believe.
Oh, if I could scream, I would. Good job, Crowan. And then Tarouge kind of goes back into unconsciousness as he's just kind of like half awake, you know, just not quite there, trying to recover.
Back to bed.
Yeah.
And I, after
Good job, guys.
Tarouge,
I'll get out of my room.
Yeah.
after Tarouge falls unconscious again, Jack will follow up with more medicine aid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as the heat of combat is subsiding, we can leave the initiative order, and Edge, as you float very fast upward with your fly speed, you can now also begin to hear the sounds of Tarouge as the conversation is going on, and all of you are back together in this very weird predicament.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
First, I'm gonna roll to heal myself with treat wounds, and see what happens.
All right, so first thing what you were going to do is you were going to take, because that takes like
10 minutes.
10 minutes, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
you are starting the process.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that in those 10 minutes, probably someone is going to have to want to have a conversation with you about...
Yeah, but we'll do it while I treat my wound.
Yeah. All right, so with this, Crone just goes into work mode, just sits up and begins to bandage himself up slowly but surely. While he is doing this, what is the rest of you doing?
Well, I think I saw Jack cross the hallway, and that's it. So I'm gonna go into that room and check on Tarouge.
Right, so we're going into PvP. Good.
But Jack was in...
I'm just gonna go in, and I assume that Tarouge is like lying down, eyes closed, not moving.
Well, he's in like this, you know that semi-conscious state where you have this fever and you're not quite aware if you're dreaming or not.
Right.
You know, semi-delirious. He's like recovering. He's just kind of waking up.
How is he? Is he alive?
Barely, but yes.
Good. As soon as he comes
So
to
if we want to make a choice to get rid of him, this is the point. And
Oh no.
something.
I want him awake for what I have to say.
He will be in a short while, I hope.
I'm gonna check with Olam. Are you alright? Olam!
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I am all right. I can't do the accent. I don't know the. Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna check the other guys.
Olam
Give
seems.
them a little nod, like, "Are you okay? You
Olam
alright?"
seems somewhat passive.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
He's
put
not
one of my
really
hands
there.
on her shoulder and squeeze it a bit. I see
Olam is now grappled.
Yeah,
not grappled. I just go like,
prone.
who got the final blow in?
I did, but I think Olam carried this spell for us.
Well, then I will definitely be buying you aid when we get back. For now,
At this moment, as silence is permeating the living space, you can now hear coming from downstairs that a couple of footsteps are coming up the staircase.
I
and-
immediately like go
So we can
towards
leave
and
the
just
battle map now, Charlie. I think.
take a defensive stance.
as all of you are like in your nice little corner with like the different rooms open. Crone is just bandaging himself up within like the puddle of blood of the exploded scum. And then on the other side of the hallway, you can see that bow still drawn. Erica is walking up with a couple of the other guards. It seems that all 5 of them are, all 6 of them are now here. And the first thing that she sees is the body of the young master, and just goes, "Tuk, tuk, tuk. What the hell happened here? What did you do?
We
What did you-"
defended ourselves when you would not aid us. This is your fault as well.
As she takes a couple of steps forward, she looks into the room and sees the dead scum that Jack had killed together with his nice little rats. But then she snaps out of it and just begins to take a couple of steps forward, throws the bow away, and gets towards the body of Vermilion and goes, "They're dead. You killed them."
He was taken over by a scum, it seems, or something greater, maybe. Something took over his body. We tried to settle the fight in a peaceful way, but that option was taken from us by a jellyfish?
It was a familiar of sorts. We believe Vermilion was overtaken by whatever seems to be behind this crystal plague.
A short sword goes out. Sing! Tuk. Who the hell are you people?
Who has the insignia of the guard again? Did we have one again? I forget.
Yeah.
Tarush has it.
Tarush has it, and Tarush kind of starts as Jack is trying to. I guess Jack is still doing first aid.
No,
Yeah,
he
I
didn't do anything.
put some bandages around your neck, and I patched you up a little bit.
Yeah,
I should make a throw for that, I think.
could you do that? See where I end up before I reply.
Yeah, it won't be completed before you reply, so you can already do that. Your
Yeah,
start 2 HP, whatever he does.
I rolled a 17 on a medicine check.
17 is enough, I believe.
Yeah, that's 2d8 then.
Ooh. Oh, 8 points. 8 hit points.
Oh, nice. Then I'm back at 50%. Perfect. So
Not
Tarush
yet,
goes.
Not yet 10 minutes.
He stands up, or well, he tries to stand up as he's. I mean,
Sit
sure,
up
he said.
first, maybe. You
Yeah,
lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, he said
Sit
10
up.
HP, but he was hurt pretty badly as he tries to just get up and half struggles as Jack, I hope, helps him a bit.
Yeah, for this time. Yeah.
I believe I could answer this question. Yes. We are with the city guard, the Silver Sentinels.
Goes again.
And I pull out the insignia. And, you are absolved of all crimes if you are to aid us. Immunity. What would you say?
Excuse me, but I do not agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
3 of you nearly died tonight because they refused to do their fucking jobs. I will not stand idly by and see them go unpunished.
Bigger fish. Edge.
I think the loss of a child is also a bit of a punishment in itself.
Punishment will come to them through their masters.
Punishment will come, and I just kind of glare over the whole group while I say that. The guards.
Yeah. Erica just stares at the floor a little bit, defeated, and just goes, "You're with the city guard. What is going on? What are these creatures? What happened here tonight?"
Please, all of you, it is of vital import that you come into this room unarmed or weapons sheathed, at least. Now explain to you We will explain to you what we can. And like I said, the Silver Sentinels will absolve you of your crimes. Though we cannot speak for your masters, vengeance to be cast upon you.
She just swallows and goes, okay. And she sheaths her sword and just walks in, defeated by the entire situation.
I'm gonna make it very difficult for everyone to walk past me, and I'm gonna glare at every single one of them.
Nice.
Right. So, for the sake of expediency, what will be the tactics, so to speak, going from here on out?
So I think I would like to tell them, not everything, obviously, but Vermilion was seduced. We do not know, seduced or possessed by some dark power that has been causing great havoc in the city. And aside from our honest to the gods activities here on the behalf of my family, we were also here to kind of ask around, and Vermilion attacked us. So it's a half-truth. He attacked us with the scum, unprovoked.
In our sleep.
No
armor, no weapons.
Our items are stolen, so be sure to look for those as soon as we leave the room. And we are not entirely sure in what way the rest of the family is involved. So if they want to secure their, their safety, their security in the eyes of the law, then they would wish to aid us and share with us any information, even if the family that they serve would not wish us to. Because we do not know in which way the parents are implicated. Though we suspect, and Tarush will be honest in this, we suspect they're not implicated, it was only Vermilion, but we need to make sure, or we will have another situation like this on our hands. And I will wish to ask, who ordered them specifically in what way to not get involved? That is very important.
Yes. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check for me, please.
While Tarush is relaying the situation, I'm gonna help Crowan and Jack tend to their wounds.
Very well.
That's a 13 plus 8. 21,
21.
Baby.
As you begin to tell this story, it seems that Erica and the rest of the guards are convinced by all of this. They can see that you are in your nightgowns and just sleeping, and the fact that, you all have beautiful blood marks on your beds does indeed seem to confirm your story that you were attacked in your sleep. And eventually, Erica, as you ask these questions, also just goes, I don't believe that the Lord and Lady are involved either. Earlier this evening, they were arguing with Vermilion. Then eventually, he convinced us to stay out of all of this.
You said they were arguing?
They were arguing with their parents.
About what?
About this, I figure. About
what were the words you heard?
I didn't hear words. I just heard commotion until eventually it seemed that Vermilion had convinced them that this was about to go down. We were said to just ignore all of this, that they would take care of the problems that arose.
They convinced them this was about to go down? What do you mean by this?
So a 14, 15-year-old kid told you, I'm going to kill the guests upstairs, don't get involved, and you listened?
He didn't convince us to do these things. He just They were our master as well, and they commanded us to stay out of all of this.
And when you heard me scream bloody murder, you still didn't think it would be a good idea to, I don't know, at least send somebody up to go and take a look?
They said that
Edge.
whatever happened, we were
Edge.
ordered to stay put.
It is not in our advantage to...
I'm not listening to Tarush. I
Blame
just
them
start
right
pacing
now.
back and forth, mumbling myself, furious.
Erica, you are following the orders of your patron, as you should. I understand the difficulty in these choices. You were wrong, but I do not blame you. You
I'm
will
sorry.
have to repent, though. You and your fellow guards.
The Lord and Lady are downstairs.
They
I
are
think we
aware?
should,
How
Pay
do
them a
I
visit.
tell them?
Erica. Love, please. Burden yourself not with these duties, with this responsibility. Let us bring the news. In
Very well.
return, however, I will require, and Tarush looks around as if reminding himself, will require your aid soon. Would this be acceptable?
Go ahead and make another diplomacy check.
Natural one.
Okay, damn.
Do I have a
She
hero
just
point?
goes-
No, fuck it.
She just goes, we will see that justice is done in whatever way, shape, or form that can be done. But she does seem eager to accept. If you wish to speak to the Lord and Lady about all of this, then let us break the news.
Well, yeah,
that their child is
Tarush
dead.
Tarush will not really know the results of his one, so he will continue down that path. Very well.
All right.
Let us
And
break the
as-
news.
And as you guys walk downstairs and enter the living room, we will go ahead and take a little break.
Oh my
As-
god.
Damn. That was a heavy battle, guys.
That was fucking intense. I loved
Saved
it.
by the chat. Hell yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that was close. Saved by the chat. I mean,
And
let's...
by how awesome Olam is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome, Olam.
last one
Hell yeah.
standing. Let's go.
Yeah. Olam
And
made some
Rowan
seriously
went in
good choices
hard.
this session. No, but I mean, I jest, but I'm aware that Tarush made some difficult choice or some bad choices last session. But I'm really glad with how this turned out. The consequences of Vermilia now being dead, the guards hopefully being on our side, and this whole shit, like, it's shameful. This is a noble family and there's just carnage in their house, right? It's fucking absurd. We have leverage. We have them by the fucking balls. Like, it is gonna be beautiful, I hope.
I don't like where this is going.
Or we
Totally.
just pissed off a really wealthy, really powerful family with ties all throughout the city.
They weren't a very big family.
lost.
They were rather
They run the
dynasty.
sewage system. I'm pretty sure they got dough.
Nah, they were like moderate at best. They were moderate at best. But I get your point. But still, at worst, we kill mom and dad right now. Like,
We'll see how that goes.
they already
we'll be
ended
like,
their
Nox,
bloodline.
kill. Sorry,
I mean,
Lexi.
you guys, this can be the catalyst to become murder hobos, of course.
Yeah.
But
No, justice
Push it
hobo.
to
What do you
Yeah,
mean
it's
catalyst? I'm
hobos.
already a murder hobo.
fair enough.
Edge is
But-
literally homeless.
But for now, as all of you walk down the stairs and the door to the living space opens up, you can see that a couple of servants are there as well. But mostly the Lord and Lady are just like sitting there, very tense, holding each other's hands. And as the door opens, you can see like the gazes of like stress go towards you as you come in, still completely drizzled in gore and blood, and you guys can have a nice conversation there.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in 15 minutes at 9:45.
Yep.
So see you guys then.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey. 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 Hey.
And we're back. So, to jump back into our beautiful episode, last we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, had infiltrated House Vedius, a house of nobles that have been found out by them to be involved with the Crystal Plague. More specifically, the child of the house, Vermilion, was somehow connected and perpetuating the disease known as the Crystal Plague throughout the city of Farwater. You got in under some false pretenses of the noble house of Tarouche, who wanted to see if they could place an investment within the city, then confronted Vermilion, who then went on to stab all of you in your sleep, bringing in scum lackeys to try and finish you off. You, however, with the power of Olam and the artifact combined, prevailed and stopped all of the assailants, including Vermilion, who you tried to knock out and subdue, only to realize that their body was now taken over, at which point Crone had no choice but to deal the final death blow. While all of this was going on, seemingly the rest of the mansion, all the servants, the guards, and the lord and lady, were kept away, at least. Perhaps in the dark, perhaps not. That will be found out shortly. But while all of you were in your death throes, so to speak, the rest of the house fell silent and just waited tensely while all of this went down. Seemingly, the guards were commanded by Vermilion to not interfere with whatever was going on, as they would figure out a solution to their current predicament. Not after, however, they seemingly were arguing with the Lord and the Lady, and then convinced them that this was the right way to act. Now you have stepped downstairs, the door to the living space is open, and here you find the rest of the house sitting tensely waiting, while you step in to bring the news of their child's death. So, what would you like to do?
Crone is going to step forward, in as solemn a manner as he can, and says, as a guard, one of the worst part of the job is always to bring bad news to loved ones. And I'm afraid to say I'm going to be blunt here and say that Vermilion is dead.
As you uttered those words, his mother, Cynthia, just goes, huh! And during the rest of this conversation, she will be just sobbing and not really happy by all of this, while the father, Abel, just goes, he sighs deeply, and probably you've seen this happen before, Crone, perhaps a little bit in shock, and just goes completely emotionless as this conversation.
I
So
know
the plan
this is
went
not
wrong.
to take in, so allow me to explain what has happened. First, I will need to make a confession. We are not only affiliated to the Don Silver's family, we are also here on an investigation by the Silver Sentinels.
Daru shows like the sign that you guys had buried with you.
Mm-hmm. It would seem your son was involved with gun and quite certainly the ring play that has plagued this house. Although we are not sure if it, we are pretty sure, we don't know if it was of his free will. He seems to have been, at his final moments, taken over by some evil entity. And I had no choice but to end the control of the creature by ending his life. And for that, I would like to offer you my sincerest apologies.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Okay.
I think the rest of us shamefully look down at the ground.
I
Yeah.
absolutely not.
No, I look respectfully towards these people.
Oh,
I'm not sure if my performance was worthy of it, but I did roll a natural 20, so that would be
Nice.
I think it's 25 in total, but then you check diplomacy, right? 27.
27. It seems that all of this, together with the weird nature of what their child was up to, it seems to find very good, fruitful soil, as Father Abel just says. With what was Vermilion involved with? What brought this towards our house?
We were hoping to find out by setting this kind of sting operation, as we can call it. Although we know he was involved with some evil entity, more possibly for power, we know precious little, and we were hoping you could either know more or know of a way to find out more.
if I may, Crowan,
Go ahead.
on behalf of my family, I do wish to apologize for the deception. I will still make the recommendation towards my parents for the promises that been made.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Because yeah, nothing.
Only if it is a deceptive statement, of course.
No, I actually do intend to send a letter.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough. So then diplomacy.
It's like my parents will probably ignore it, but irregardless, I do intend to send the letter. So that's an 8 plus 8, 16.
16. The father just solemnly nods.
But I did speak to Vermilion about their intentions. And their intentions were very much power. A noble but misled need to ascend your house into greatness. I know that there is no way that we can provide solace to the loss of a child, but whatever misguided steps they took, they did it for you.
I do not know what had overcome Vermilion. I did not know what they were up to. But speaking as if all of you were a problem, they then went on to use magic on their own parents. We were charmed during all of this.
Explain? What discussion took place?
They asked us for freedom. They spoke that you were dangerous, that you needed to be dealt with. But of course, we just wanted to converse. We are no murderers, no evil, power-hungry people. But Vermilion would not listen. Vermilion's studies of the arcane arts had grown. And when we would not budge on this strange operation that he wanted to pull off in the middle of the night, he put a charm spell on both of us. We were under the influence of it all until just now, apparently when the spell was lifted. I do not know how Vermilion came in contact with this evil, I do not know what goes on in our own house. I am sorry that House Vedius was dangerous to you.
We bear you no ill will. Although we do recommend you close the way to your basement, as that is probably the way the scum entered your house. And we
What is
only
going
have
on? What kind of power had our child under control? What is the scum doing in our building? What is going on?
to answer those questions. We will need to investigate your child's room and anything we might find relevant.
Go ahead and make another diplomacy check.
Okay.
If I may,
Yeah, 21. But go ahead.
Truce will say, this man is competent beyond any means that would be mundanely available to us. I fully give him my endorsement. And I want to assist.
You aid.
Yeah.
The
That would be just short. An 18 total.
Okay.
Right.
But I did roll a 21, so I think
Yeah.
we're okay, I guess.
With that, the father swallows and goes, but this will also have ramifications. The attempt was made on all of your lives. As a token of goodwill, of course, we are willing to cooperate, but what will happen to our house?
You did make an assassination attempt on a silver dragon. Whether you did this personally or not, you're responsible for your child's actions, Lord Vedius. Perhaps, while the rest investigate, we will discuss the terms of your redemption.
Very well. And while the investigation goes on, on like the back burner, the practical matters are taken care of. As the servants have very nice work to be done. The body of Vermilion is also recovered. The mother is sobbing profusely. But you guys can go about your business. And Crowan, as you take Erica with you, Erica comes with you to escort you throughout the house. She just goes like, I'm sorry. What do you need? So how would you guys like to go about your investigation?
I want to find my fucking weapon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where's my
easily
fucking
I want
staff?
my wraps.
Easily
want
done. It was just
quarterstaff.
like, it was just in like another room in the Ari room. Everything was stashed because basically things were just quickly taken away from you, so you wouldn't be as capable in combat, but not like stashed away. It was like the doors went open, quickly put the stuff away, and stabby.
Yeah.
So
Is the artifact among those things?
the artifact was still in your person, strangely enough, because Olam was carrying it with her this time around.
And it has a will of its own, obviously. It defies stealing.
You, when you have magic items, and I believe that we have talked about this before, when you have magic items, sometimes you have to attune to them or invest yourself in them. And it seems that items that you are invested into seem to have a way of always finding its way back to their owner. For example, stories go that when you're out at sea and you drown and you lose your magic shoes, they miraculously also wash up next to you on the shore with you.
Or when you have like this magical ring and someone else steals it, it somehow keeps trying to get back to you.
Back to its master.
Or like a little like stone. It looks a bit like this that you find, and that just has to stay on your person.
It seems to be invested in all of you. So, like, layer upon layer of magical connections to all of you make it so that the artifact is never far away. What you do, however, also find out as you investigate is indeed that the scum that you had previously wounded but was now exploded by the magic of the artifact had with them a nice set of bracers that you can quickly identify. So to quickly go over what kind of nice loot you have, let's see. If we can go to the battle map just for a second, I have a nice little item card over there.
Oh, nice.
Switching over in 3, 2, there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Blocking bracers. Brown leather bracers are adorned with silver embroidered runes. The magic within allows them to harden for a moment, blocking incoming blows. So once per day, you can use your reaction to basically give yourself resistance 3 to all physical damage until the end of the current turn. So, for example, you get attacked, and then for that turn, so the turn of the enemy, you get resistance 3 to all physical damage.
That's beautiful for Crowan, I think. Or
also
Edge.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Edge or Crowan, I say.
I was thinking, yeah, I could use those, but I wouldn't mind Crowan taking them if he feels like he...
How about we roll a die?
I guess.
I think both of you are equally deserving of this.
Because I suppose that blocking bracers and the things she has around that Edge has around
the
Wraps.
their
hand
wrist
yeah.
do stack, right? They don't have to replace each other.
No, they don't have to replace each other. Like, bracers are one equipment slot, and then the hands are another equipment slot, basically.
Okay.
All right, so we roll?
Yeah. I guess odds is Edge and even is
Absolutely,
Crowan, I guess.
odds.
Odds is Edge, even is there. Let's see what happens. 18.
Oh,
So it goes to Crowan.
Congratulations, good sir.
Crowan gets
Nice.
the prize. And what you also see on the body of Vermilion is that he had a nice metal gauntlet on his right hand that you also pick off as part of the investigation, of course. I am, however, afraid that Roll20 is not allowing me to upload pictures as for now. So that will be sent to you at a later time. But you do realize that it is a conducting gauntlet. This stainless steel gauntlet is engraved with arcane runes across all fingers, and these engravings can help funnel arcane energies to their intended target. Once per round, when you cast a spell of first level or higher that has a range of touch and needs to make a spell attack roll, you can give yourself a +1 item bonus to the attack roll. So basically, once per turn, when you have a spell that you cast at first level or higher with ranged touch, you get a +1 to it.
Okay. And that's once per
Once
round.
per
Okay.
round. Yeah.
So Jack, I say I'd take this one since you got the last magic item.
How about Olam?
Well, shouldn't have been sick.
Oh.
I'm not sure if Olam has an touch attack spell yet.
She has a few, not a lot, but she does.
Okay.
We can also just
But
put it in
the
the
next
pocket for
one-
now and
Next
figure
one
out.
goes to Olam.
All right. So a nice little conducting gauntlet can be.
Maxime,
can be
okay
put
with
on.
this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Wait,
Alright.
what kind of item was this? A
conducting gauntlet.
gauntlet.
It's
Okay,
it's a single,
I have it in my
single
notes.
gauntlet.
cool.
I have a picture, but I'll send it to you guys in Discord later.
Cool.
All right. With these two beautiful magic items under your belt, or on your person, I guess. The gauntlet shouldn't go under your belt. It's a weird place to put a gauntlet. You guys go on and start your investigation. Crowan, how would you like to proceed?
First, I would like to check up on Edge and talk to Erica. I think I'm going to start with Erica. You were in a no-win situation. I understand. I don't want you to worry about me or Tarush harboring any ill will. I do hope this situation is salvageable for you, but we would need to get to know everything we can gather, any information we can gather about what Vermilion was doing, and I hope I can count on your help on that.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Ah!
This is going to be an easy check.
Oh, 24.
24.
Make it!
That comes to a critical success in this case.
Yeah.
And she just goes, "Thank you for those words. Let's just see if we can minimize the losing for the rest of the evening."
Yes.
His room is here. And she opens up into a large open space where you can see. We can go to the battle map if you guys want to go to the room, but perhaps we can also just do
Yeah,
the
I think
theater
it's
of the mind.
better to just stay with the theater of mind, yeah.
You can see that in his room, their room, they had a nice little setup for all different kinds of painting supplies, different works that were halfway finished. They also had a nice little telescope standing upright to gaze out into the sky and stars for inspiration. Other than that, large, beautiful bed, different closets lined the different walls, nice little desk in one corner as well. Beautiful, large. What are you looking for?
Things that are hidden, basically hidden compartments, scrolls maybe, and I signal Tarush or Jack, I'm not sure which one is I think both can do it to detect magic, obviously.
I will not be here. I will be discussing
Okay.
things with the parents.
So if Jack is with me, I'll ask him to detect magic so we can see if there's anything left. And so yeah, basically scrolls, notes, definitely notes, diaries, and things that are hidden. Yeah.
Very well. Then both Jack and Crone, go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
Ah! None of that 20.
Oh shit!
Could you send some of those my way, please?
Yeah, Crone's on a roll today.
Yeah. Well, you rolled 2 once, so it goes well.
Yes.
Okay, so that's
MVP
26.
today.
So I rolled a
And
26.
Jack?
Yeah.
And Jack?
Let me have a quick look. Ooh, I rolled a 17, equating to.
Damn.
Let me have. Oh. That was. It was a. What check again? Perception check. Oh, in that case, it's gonna be 24.
24, nice. High rolls.
Yeah.
As you go out into the room and start to investigate, you rummage through, you do indeed find that the desk is full with all kinds of notes portraying to both the studies that Vermilion was into, but also the artistic side of things. You find different scrolls that he was writing up with all kinds of different arcane formulae. You find, Crowan, with your perception, that you find very many similarities to the pages that you found way back when at the beginning of the campaign with the jailer as well. It seems that this is indeed the same sorts of magics that they are getting into. With a little bit of better looking, however, you eventually find that within the desk there is a hidden compartment, and as you pull that out, you find a small little booklet with all kinds of like occult symbolism on them. And as you begin to rummage through, you find that this is the real diary that Vermilion was keeping, where they begin to speak about how his master came to him in a dream and gave them a nice little companion as a connection to their master. And through it, they began to learn more of something that he calls the echoes of power.
Okay.
How different materials could be used to resonate the echoes and propagate them, and that their job was to do this and try and create a space where these echoes could basically continue to go back and forth, becoming stronger, becoming understandable, to then be able to tap into their power. Vermilion also writes on how it is a shame that the side effect of this raw power is indeed the crystal plague that comes through it. But then again, it is a small price to pay, as collateral damage of this size is actually pretty small. Although the calculations that they are making with their master does indicate that it might increase if the echoes become stronger as well. They also write on how they would love to meet their master in person, but that they cannot do this as of yet. And they write on how it's a shame, but also a little bit doubtful on why their master is keeping away. Then, eventually, they begin to write on a new way to connect with their master. That a nice little attic space upstairs is being made free so that the better carved crystals can be placed so that a ritualistic chamber can be constructed to converse with their master at any time. Um, they speak on how the servants were instructed to keep away from this place, as well as the entire attic was full with all kinds of furniture anyway, so who would notice that a small side chamber was used for different practices?
Oh, a secret room.
Does he name his master?
That is the problem that Vermilion also has. While the master is giving them power, the master is keeping very far away and very mysterious, and Vermilion is also frustrated with the distance that is being kept from them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Crone, I thought this before already as well, but this master, it kind of sounds like a warlock, I believe, like a sort of patron.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh, excuse me. One thing I forgot. As you are rummaging through, he does indeed have nice little scroll stacks, and you also find something of not really spell scrolls that can be used, but you do find notes on different spells that people of the wizarding profession could perhaps use to copy them into their spell books.
Very important evidence, I believe. Yes.
You find one spell that you already know, namely what he seems to call Crystal Resonance. That is the same spell that you found from the jailer. But next to that, he also has different writings on the sleep spell,
Mm-hmm.
on mirror image,
Yeah.
and on crashing wave.
Oh, okay.
So that's
By the
another-
way, I'm not sure if you forgot to mention, or it was maybe not just important. The spear of the big scum guy,
Oh.
was it of any value, or was it just a spear?
No, it was just a spear. No, wait. Yeah, no, that was just a spear. Not a +1 even.
Oh, okay.
No.
Mm,
So as you begin to rummage through this book, Crowan, you also share this information with Jack, or do you keep it to
Definitely,
yourself?
yeah. I just converse with Jack from what I'm fine and give him the rundown.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that we should look upstairs to see what this side chamber entails, and maybe if it's, I don't know if these crystals can be considered active, but if it is, make sure that we deactivate this a little bit. I think that might work against this crystallization.
And with your 24 on your perception check with the detect magic spell, Jack, as you begin to walk around the space where he was, where they were painting, you find that there are slight magical readings on all of the different paints that they had, and you find a small workplace where seemingly the crystals were grounded up and used as added things in the pigments that they used. And together with the writings that Crowan found, you put two and two together, and that as a way to propagate the echoes of power, the paintings were created as a sort of like nodes to increase the echoes as they were bouncing back and forth, so to speak.
So we're gonna have a little bit of an artwork after this, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I forgot. I mentioned it before, but I forgot to do it. I would like to speak to Edge a bit about because I can see she's very upset. They are very upset, so I would like to address them and see what's up.
I will follow because I had some comments about the help here.
In the meantime, Olam, as much as possible, assists.
Very well. Sparkle Kitty to the rescue. Edge, while Tarush is conversing with the Lord of the House, these two are investigating. What are you doing?
I am changing out of my shift and back into my actual clothes. The wraps on. Furling the hair from my horns, wiping off the makeup, back to normal, seething.
So Edge is just standing in a corner, mad.
No. I went back up to my room
All right.
and just started changing.
Fair enough. And then as you are in your room, eventually your two companions walk in as well.
Hey Edge, I see you're back to normal.
Yes, I was never a fan of the frilly thing.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about what should happen to this family and the guards?
The guards should definitely be punished. The parents at least were honest about being charmed. Not many things to do about that if you are not affiliated with magic. The guards made a conscious choice to ignore the screams of murder and the sounds of fighting.
I have to say that
let us die.
I have to say that it surprises me how far money can go. I mean, I am, of course, I know about loyalty and such, but for money, letting people die, that is a bit cruel, would you say?
An order by a 15-year-old, not knows, no less. If it was your employer, I would maybe be able to understand more, but this was a child. We could have all died here.
True, I understand your feelings, Edge. I must, although say in their defense, they were stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Were they?
Yes. Nobility asks you to do something, you, as a common man, are supposed to do it.
No, you're not.
And I know it was wrong to ignore us. I know as a guard myself that in crisis, you don't make always the decisions you're comfortable with. And I can understand this moment of weakness from them.
The gods gave us the choice of free will.
Mm-hmm.
It is a power that they do not possess.
Not everyone uses this free will as liberally as others, unfortunately.
They were cowards, is all they were. I had high hopes for Erica.
Mm-hmm.
She disappointed me.
I think it's quite peculiar that, I mean, I get it when you let your master or something get away with some shady business, but they probably know about the scum entering this building, and there must have been like a bell in their heads that say, maybe this is wrong.
They didn't know about the scum. When I went downstairs, I saw the faces on the guards. If we had all died here tonight, they would have lived with that. Erica failed them as much as she failed us. And that is unfair.
But does this happen? You probably have more experience with this. Does this happen often in like the city? Because back where I come from, we
getting assassinated in your bed?
Do some stuff,
no.
But we do not go this far especially not for money.
No, this is not normal behavior.
From my experience, guards get attached to the people they're guarding and as a reflex, as a first priority, they always not necessarily obey, but side with them. I think Vermilion was pretty strategic in not saying what was going to happen, and kept it out of the loop. And then it's very tempting for people to stay ignorant.
Anyone with half a third for a brain, by the time I started screaming, would have figured out what the fuck was going on. And in that point, they chose to still do nothing.
I know. I understand your rage, Edge. It's just I don't want to make excuses for them. I just hope you understand that not everyone has the bravery in times of crisis that we wanted to have. I see many guards, sometimes veterans, sometimes new fresh blood, freeze on unexpected situations, and they will have to live with it. And I hope they will learn and become better persons from it. I basically am having this conversation with you to hope you do not condemn them forever and maybe give them another chance. I don't want them to. I want you basically to help you understand that it's not easy to be a guard.
I myself am a bit torn between the both of you. I am perplexed that they would just let this happen, but I don't think stern punishment is in its place, especially not for people in this position. So yes, along those lines.
It's not that I don't understand. It's the fact that I understand is why I'm so fucking angry.
I absolutely get that.
And the guards are not the only ones that I am angry about. I am also furious at the... He put all of us in jeopardy. He made a move in the mission that he did not consult with us. And I believe that that is what led Vermilion to choose to assassinate us in our beds.
Wait, which name did you say?
We were to come here and find out information. To talk to the family. We are looking at Vermilion's paintings and suddenly Tarush decides to confront the boy. Try to intimidate information out of him. Which obviously did not. He dragged me into it as well.
We would need to discuss tactics more carefully next time we do such an
And we need to
invasion.
teach the boy that his actions have consequences.
Yeah, Tarush is a bit of a
He's a dick.
free spirit.
He's a dick. He's a child. He has no idea how the world works.
Yeah, I actually thought he was older. He looks a bit older, but apparently he isn't.
Trust me, when you get to my age, he is not versed in the world. Not yet. And he cannot learn these lessons.
Let's hope
not if we are going to stay together for a longer period of time. I want to know that I am safe with the people that I'm traveling with. And right now, I do not feel safe with him.
I feel safe with myself and you guys, and I think that we can keep him on a straight path.
Oh, his intentions are good, but he's just his tactics are less.
His intentions are fine. It's his mouth that fucks everything up.
He's
too.
a bit.
He loves the sound of his own voice, and he needs to stop.
He's a bit improvisational. Yeah.
And that's fine if it gets you to where you want, but tonight, it only got us into trouble and it almost got us killed.
I think this is a discussion we'll have to have with him soon. And now we have another situation. It seems there's a room in the attic, probably similar to the one we found in Jenny Carpenter's house. And we have to tend to that as well.
All right. I tightened the wraps.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Let's go. Let's go get Tarush first before we go there.
Oh no, let him do what he loves. Let him talk.
Oh, you sure?
When it comes to nobility should probably handle it.
I'm sorry, that was beautiful. Let him do what he loves. Talk. And Vincent's like, are you sure?
For tonight, there is no way he could possibly fuck it up more. And I knock on wood as I say this. But right now, I just really, really feel like punching something without him being nearby, or it will probably be him I will start punching.
Challenge accepted.
Okay,
And
so
Edge
we
would
go.
later realize how wrong this statement was.
Oh no, Edge is still gonna break his fucking nose. That's still happening.
Fair enough. Right. Whoa, wow. Going back to Dutch all of a sudden. While all of you are investigating, Tarush, how are you conversing with Abel? What are you guys talking about?
So, yeah, I sit down and I make sure to make a show out of grasping the very much improvised bandaging of wounds that Vermilion inflicted as I sit down on one of the more comfortable chairs in the room that we're in. As I'm talking to Abel and his partner, the two only remaining heirs or scions of House, what was it?
Fedius. And the lady of the house, Cynthia, is not here right now. You are just conducting business with Abel.
Just with Abel. Fair enough. Okay, so she left. So I make a bit of a show of the pain that I am in as I sit down. We, both of us, were in a bind. Lord Vedius. How would you suggest we resolve this? An attempted assassination by your child upon a silver dragon, but beyond your control. An external force pushing itself upon it. An external force, a monster, a demon, pushing your child into tragic decision.
Of course, we will assist in any way, shape, or form that we can with stopping all of this. That must be a given. But next to that, I ask you, Lord Don Silvas, is the death of a child not punishment enough?
You misunderstand. I do not wish to punish you. I feel for you. The pain that I feel physically, the bodily harm that has been brought upon me, I cannot even begin to comprehend in what manner it pales in comparison to the pain that you must now feel.
He looks down and you can see that like his fingers are like digging into the armrests.
You have lost a child. I have if I am unfortunate, I have lost several of my years of life. But I am still alive. I am still here, capable of conversation, unlike your talented, intelligent, passionate child, Vermilion.
Then let me be blunt. I ask you, as a father who has lost a child, let this stay between our houses.
I agree.
Let this be dealt with between Vedius and Don Silvas.
I agree.
We can also agree, I think, that Vermilion's death was tragic. Let us present it so.
Yes. Vermilion's death was tragic, but House Vedius will end upon your death now. Your partner, your wife,
There is
is
more
no
family.
longer of childbearing age.
No matter. There is other family. The House of Vedius does not just contain us three. There are more distant relationships.
But they are untrustworthy. I propose a more sympathetic solution. One in which you may find both redemption and ascension.
What are you hinting at?
A tradition not used since the second emperor, but one common until its end. Adoption. Your child attempted to end my life. They wished to stab me to death while I slept in your house, in your bed. Perhaps now, in a decision of, well, let us call it redemption. Let us call it forgiveness. I would accept to become your next child, your son.
Okay.
Creepy.
I would be adopted as Tharush Don Silvus Vedius. Our houses would join, and you would ascend to greatness. Our ancestors joined together would become not a combination, but far more than the amalgamation of their powers, something greater. And you would find yourselves the honor of being the shared parents of a Don Silvus.
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Damn, son.
This is gonna be
With a very
this is
high
gonna be a-
DC.
yeah, this is gonna be a
This is
difficult
creepy
one.
as fuck.
This is gonna be a difficult one.
Yo, kill your son, that can't be yours now.
Yeah, it's like, let me replace the son you lost with myself. Ching.
It's 16. Plus, what was the diplomacy?
Diplomacy.
24.
24.
Take your time.
Would you say this is hard or very hard?
Very
Well, to be fair about her,
Mm-hmm.
I am hard, but
The timing is pretty bad. I
sorry,
think.
that was a joke.
Yeah.
But to be fair, adoption in times of European empirical societies was a very common practice.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I can flow with that. Don't you worry. I'm not gonna like slap this idea out of your hand just because like this is not how the word works. But you are asking this at the time that their child just died,
Yeah.
and this does like stir him a little bit, and he just goes, "What you are asking me is if you can usurp my house.
No.
If Don Silvus can take over after our death, is that it? Is that the sacrifice that you wish from us?"
Redeem, Abel. Redeem, my lord. You raised a child that would break the laws of hospitality to stab me in my sleep. this wound, were it ever to recover, will remain a scar for the entirety of my life. In the eyes of our Emperor, there's very little you can do to find forgiveness. You realize this. I am a simpleton in comparison to your knowledge, your experience. But even I know that this is a crime that in the eyes of the gods, very few ways to redemption.
You are asking me to write over the deed to the legacy that my family has built.
No.
If you wish for us to redeem, then we will do so. But we will keep our own identity. I will not have our house be but a smear on the back of Don Silvas.
Very well.
But your words do ring true. Redemption must be found. If you truly wish to cooperate with House Vedius, if Don Silvas wishes to prosper from House Vedius, then we will see that our debt is repaid. But for that to happen, we must remain our own house.
Very well. Then... And Tarush grabs from his, one of his many pouches, a blank piece of parchment. Let us negotiate terms as you declare vassalry to my house. Undying loyalty for at least 3 generations. An acceptable alternative?
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Highball, lowball, baby. 10 plus 8, 18.
18? It's not high enough for his perception DC. But he does go, let us indeed negotiate and come to an arrangement between our two houses. And basically this goes back and forth for a time. Complete vassalship and completely servitude to Don Silvas will not be gotten here right now. However, Tarush also realizes
Thank you,
that...
Nideko, for the little cheer here. Thank you.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, Vincent
Thanks
made
for
a
the
nice
bits.
little
Yeah.
pop culture reference for how abhorrent Tarush is behaving right now.
Yeah, it's lovely. I love it. But basically, Tarush also understands that these are cards to be played not only for today, but for later as well.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
no,
negotiations...
Sure. Still abhorrent.
The negotiations eventually come to the conclusion that this was a tragic accident that happened to Vermilion, but eventually this will also come to a fruitful understanding that the House of Vedius can aid Don Silvas in different endeavors, etc., etc. And with that, Tarush, you do now have a foothold within this city with House Vedius. So if
Nice.
Charlie wants to do anything with that, then it surely can.
We'll discuss this. So, in the entire chat is hating on Tarush right now for his for his ethically ambiguous decisions. On the other hand, I have been fed.
Hey. I mean, the chat has spoken.
Can I have some feeds too, please? I still have a whole bag of these delicious little cookies.
Cookies.
All right. But while you are conversing with Abel and making sure that the gains of this evening will be great for the noble house of Don Silvas, the rest of you eventually move towards the attic, where you can see that it is completely chock full with all kinds of different furniture. It seems that the rooms that you are sleeping in were actually other rooms that were just used in the mansion. But now that these esteemed guests were coming here, they were completely overhauled and made into nice, cozy little living spaces for all of you. What you also find, following the notes that Vermilion had left in his secret little booklet, you walk up to the very last bit of the storage space, where you can find that the furniture is like haphazardly put together, but there is one small little walkway that you can find all the way to the back, where a wooden latch is located. And as you open it up, you look inside, a dancing light spell is emanating, and you find a chamber with very familiar indigo crystals lining on all sides, with in the middle a small little circlet of a red carpet with on it now extinguished 3 candles in succession. And what you also find is that on the other side of the wall, where all the crystals are also located, there is a small piece of music that has been scratched in with different notes. Notes that, if read out loud, sound familiar to what you know is also the sounds that Jenny Carpenter made with her beautiful music. So indeed, you have found another one of these ritualistic chambers to contact this force. How would you like to proceed?
I'm just gonna investigate the whole room, see if there's anything extra.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Huh? That's 11.
11. As you begin to look around, it seems that this chamber is also completely emptied out, just as the chamber that Jenny Carpenter had stashed away in her basement. You begin to think perhaps it is needed, because all of this is like sound-based and stuff, so perhaps the chamber needs to be empty for the sounds to propagate properly, but no other things seem to be here. This ritualistic chamber is just that. You also know, with the layout of the building, that on the other side of this wall is just open air, as it is the end of the building.
In that case, I think we should maybe like disassemble this.
We need information. We might be able to get information if we question the entity, but I doubt we're gonna get anything useful out of it. So I guess disassembling is the best option.
I would like to look around for something a little bit sturdier than my quarterstaff that I can use to start whacking on the crystals.
I hand you my crowbar.
The Crown
I
Crowbar.
happily take it, and I just, like, in a furious rage, just
Or
unleash.
perception check though.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No? Okay, you don't see the crowbar, so.
Well, at least I wasted a 2 on something like
It's
this.
dark within the chamber. No, but you get the crowbar, and if you guys want to disassemble all of this, it is easily done.
Yeah.
You
I don't even need the guys. I'm just like fury.
Jack just sees Edge just whacking into the crystals and thinks, "Well, I think they can do it." And
maybe best not get in the way of the crowbar and the crystals.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan. So Jack will just like go back downstairs.
Even Nox like jumps off Edge's shoulders and sits on the opposite one from Jesse, and it's just kind of like,
give them time.
So let's go downstairs.
All right. With the ritualistic contact chamber disassembled, the rest of you eventually flood the lower levels of the Vedius estate. It is deep in the middle of the night. You guys are wounded, tired. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I want to pray to you know who before I go to sleep.
Right.
This might be
here.
No, it's some safe rest.
Oh, also, I would like to set up some sort of trap in front of my door so this shit doesn't happen again.
Tarush prepares the alarm spell 3 times.
All right, but for the rest of this evening, you guys just retire to your chambers.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Then, eventually, all the paperwork is done. All of the servants are having the worst night of their life. Vermilion's parents, doubly so. And the guards are beginning to think if they should find employment elsewhere.
Yeah.
While this is going on, however, eventually the exhaustion also basically beats you down. You go to your chambers and go for a nice long rest until the morning greets you again.
No
But before this
dreams.
happens, Edge,
Oh.
you take a moment to pray. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go into meditation first and just think about the things that happened today and how angry it made me and how unjust it was. And though Vermilion got his comeuppance, the puppet master hasn't yet. And that also makes me angry.
And neither have the puppet guards. Right?
The puppet guards?
As in, like, the guards. You're...
Well, I mean, I'm angry about the. Would you let me finish, Charlie?
No. I'm asking. I'm not. Sorry.
He's staying in character.
Oh, I'm staying in character. How about the
Remember,
guards?
you're also mad at death.
You're asleep. Shut up. You're unconscious. Shush.
Well, indeed, the rest of you have found your sleep because Edge, as you are trying to meditate on all of this, you hear from the other chambers, doom doom doom, doom doom doom, doom doom doom, doom 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 doom, as the artifact is
what a
putting
weird
you all to sleep.
Zemnian song for the middle of the night in a house in this part of the world. But yeah, so the puppet master has not been caught yet. That pisses me off. The fact that the guards willingly chose not to help us has definitely touched some very deep-rooted seed of hate against unjust people within me, especially towards Erica, because she made the call.
You rolled shit.
Surprisingly, not so much towards the parents. Edge has been charmed before. It's not fun. You really do things that you don't want to do, or don't do things that you really want to do. But it was their son. I mean, but he's dead. Kind of evens the scales there. But yeah, I'm just gonna reach out into that darkest part of me and see if it connects to something.
All right, let's see it. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Please roll high. Please roll high. I want this to happen so bad. Oh, that's a 15.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Is that like your first high roll of the session?
Yeah, shut up.
So, Edge, as you meditate on this, you begin to think over and over about the injustice and how punishment must be dealt, how those that have wronged must come to justice, and how you could do that. You could do that. You have power. You could just walk over there and just grab Erica by the throat, push her down, and make her submit to you. Yeah. Why not just push her down, put her in her place, where she belongs, groveling before you? She was unfit to keep all of this protected. She is unfit to protect these people, to protect anyone. She is unfit for life itself. And these dark thoughts begin to run through your mind a little bit until eventually you begin to wonder, wait, whose thoughts are this? and you almost feel a presence of some sort just hovering around you a little bit, but before you can really touch out towards it, you are back in your own room. However, it smells a little bit like rotten eggs in here.
Sulfurous. Yeah.
Who cut the cheese? Who cut the cheese?
Right. As Edge eventually finds their rest.
I don't know if
Oh.
I want to go to sleep now. I think I want to go find Erica.
Oh, damn.
Mm. What do you do?
It's late. Everyone's asleep. We're trying to sleep. We're pretending to be trying to sleep.
You do hear that throughout the house, like different servants are still up, and the parents will probably not sleep for quite a while.
Yeah, maybe not tonight.
But your
Maybe
companions
later.
are asleep.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
Damn.
I'll go for it. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna keep my feet in the wraps, not gonna put up my boots. I'm gonna put the wraps on my hands. I'm gonna tell Nox to stay here. I'm gonna go look for Erica.
Nox does not seem pleased. He was already looking at you a little bit weird, but now he's just like, okay. And you open the door and you step out.
And I'm just gonna beeline right towards the guards' quarters where I saw her last.
Right. And as you walk in there, you open the door, and indeed you can see that Erica is like rubbing her eyes a little bit, tired of all of this, as she is pointing towards a piece of paper and just saying a couple of things. Yeah, so we also need to. Edge, can I help
walk
you?
up to her, I grab her by the hair, and I slam her face into the desk.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh, it's still gonna go.
That's a 25.
What the hell?
Nice. All right. Roll double damage. That's a critical hit right now. Also.
Oh,
Oh my
see
god!
here.
I'm sorry. I was only like, I was not expecting this.
You weren't? From a very angry tiefling? You weren't expecting a rage night?
Holy
Well,
shit! Like,
until now, you haven't never actually been violent on rage. You've been violent by self-defense mostly.
yeah, this. I thought we were having like a dream sequence, but I'm now realizing you're actually fucking bashing this person's face in. I'm sorry. What's your roll?
It's an 8 damage.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Blood trickling down her nose. She is dazed in multiple ways. For a moment, you just have her, and she just goes like, "What is happening?"
Is there anybody else in the room?
There was one guard that left, but as soon as you begin to smash the head in, the door opens up again, and the guard is just standing there. What the fuck is going on?
I just whip around, and my eyes are white. Stay out of it.
Intimidation check, please.
Yeah. Oh, I found a good die. That's an 18 plus 8, 26.
And he just freezes and just stands there, not doing anything.
And I kind of hiss at him as I pull Erica up and just throw her over the table to the other side of the room.
Ow. Ow. Jake, it's okay. And she just looks down a little bit. Blood splatters on the ground.
I squat down next to her. You understand why this is happening.
She nods.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'm sorry I'm not strong enough.
You should be. And I get back up and I just kick her right in the stomach. Oh, in the little tray thing, please, die. Thank you. Maybe my conscience is hitting up with me. That's a 3 on the die.
Still, though, it's easy to kick someone who's down. Like it's not going to actually do points of damage like the sick headbutt head flap on the table, but this time.
She's still conscious?
She is still conscious, but like the outburst of air that came from the kick now slowly turns into a low sobbing.
I kick her again.
You know what?
I'm gonna just keep going until she's unconscious.
All right.
Do I keep applying
it's
multiple attack penalty or?
Nah, I think we can do this without rolling dice,
Okay.
as you were just.
Yeah, just like leaning one arm against the wall while just.
And eventually, Edge. It seems it's out of your system. As Erica is just laying there, like curled up in a ball, coughing.
Oh my god, this is so hot. Damn! Edge, holy shit.
Wipe my nose.
You?
Is the guard still standing in the door?
He's still there, frozen, not knowing what to do. And eventually you are done. And I figured that eventually you leave the room and you push past him. And as soon as you do, Jake just hurries back to Erica and begins to care for her.
I'm just gonna go back up to my room and have a wonderful night's sleep.
And the next morning when you wake up, nobody talks about this.
If Crow notices that there's some new bruises on Erica, he's gonna ask about it.
Oh, Erica is not gonna be fit for work the next day.
However,
he did want to talk to her before, at the end, but
first
fine.
as Edge, you go back to your room and you have a well-needed long rest. As all of you are asleep, I need Crowan and Jack to both make fortitude saving throws for me, please.
Oh, oh, damn, we're gonna get sick.
Yeah, you got covered in scum guts.
Oh no. That's a 21 for me.
Okay, that might be good enough for me. Let's see. Check what my fortitude was. He's probably not even gonna tell me if I succeed or not. It's just gonna be the big mystery. I have 16 on my fortitude.
16. All right.
Yeah. Oh, he's happy about his shit.
Crowan.
Yeah.
As you are sleeping, you dream back about all of the experiences that you have had this day.
Yeah.
And the last couple of days within the city. Sewer systems, paintings, the smells of all the waste that has been flushed through the system. The smell of the scum's breath on your face as you felt yourself stabbed. And eventually you find yourself somewhere in the sewers, trying to make your way over the damp water. Where was I going again? You take a left, take a right. What do you do?
Am I swimming in the water or am I walking beside it?
You're in the sewers. So what you have is like the water rushing in the middle of like the walkway and walkways on both sides. And sometimes you have like a stone small bridge that you can get to the other side. Very labyrinthian.
Okay, so if I'm on the walkway, I'm gonna go straight until I see an exit above. And if I have to make a turn, I'll take a right.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me then.
That is a 21.
21. Straight ahead, straight and true. You begin to walk, and walk further, and walk further. Eventually you find that the sewer system slopes upward as a stone staircase makes way for the straight walk that you were having up until now. with water rushing from higher up. It's a small little waterfall. You begin to walk up there until eventually you come above ground. Here you stand, grass field outstretched in front of you, and as the wind blows, you feel for a moment the coldness of the outside air. You look up, different stars, the moon shining brightly, and in front of you now, the grass that makes way for a large, beautiful lake. And as you take a couple of steps there, the night sky completely blending with the water, the stars being reflected in it, almost continuing the open space. And as you take a step on the water, you begin to take a couple of steps forward, there are 3 stars that shine just a little bit more brightly. One star with one below and one below that, which twinkles, slowly turn red, as from this visage of 3 red eyes that gaze towards you, one word echoes out. Power. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Oh, son,
yeah.
you gon' get seduced by an eldritch power.
Crowley, you're a bad boy now. Sorry?
You guys have been walking through sewer systems where crystal shards fell on your head, and I've been keeping track on a particular disease that has been gestating inside your system.
I wonder which one.
No, but seriously though, can we let's all have a little moment here to compliment Wouter, because we had this little session here where we started off in combat, very serious combat, like not sure what was gonna happen. Everyone might have died, like TPK adjacent. Yeah. And
I had fail-safe contingencies because, like, you can also go to.
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. No, let us know the threat is real.
Yeah, no, I was wondering, like, what if we all die? Then is it suddenly a dream sequence? Is Olam gonna, like, wake up,
no, but
bathing in sweat, going like, I had a vision?
No, but obviously, as a good DM, you have fail-safes. I get that, but irregardless, chat.
I hate you. It's almost as bad as Yammer Pindakas.
But despite that, we persevered, barely, and after that, we had individually each character in the party, we had a serious, I don't know, like character development situation while role-playing, right?
Did we?
I mean...
Did Tarush have a character development?
Yes!
He still seems like a
power hungry
dick to me.
bitch!
Does Tarush have a character?
He almost died, so that probably leaves an emotional scar.
As well as physical ones.
No, but
well,
I mean, development might be a big word, but we had like a big character moment, let's put it that way. Tarush negotiating this, like having this absolutely weird, noble negotiation. Edge, well, fucking beating up a guard who's like, yeah, I deserve this. Like, what the fuck?
This is the dark timeline.
Yes.
Not the darkest one, or else Tarush would already be dead. But it's a dark one.
No. The darkest timeline is where Tarush is emperor, my love.
Oh, right.
That is the darkest timeline.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you wouldn't still be killed by me. I'd probably still hate you in that timeline too.
Fair enough.
Maybe even more.
I hope we'll find out. No, but but like that was beautiful. We had this wonderful combat sequence, then we had character development, we had like some serious character exploration. This was a really good session.
Balance in all things.
Yeah, I have to say, I was kind of like when Wouter was like leading into it, Edge is gonna go to sleep. I was like, no, I basically just got an okay to go beat the shit out of someone that I'm really fucking angry at. I'm gonna see if I take it. And I was like, okay, under a 10, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go to sleep. Over a 10, I'm going for it. And I rolled a 19.
Well,
Ooh, yeah.
I'm afraid that as you lay down in bed, you hear the zooming of neon lights as bing right in your face. There stands "Good Game"
Good
in
game.
large neon letters. So goddamn, the artifact giveth and the artifact taketh away.
Okay.
No, it was a good session,
I can
guys.
sleep through that, okay? I mean, the lake house is basically the kind of monastery where I grew up. I can sleep through sound.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
but
sleep through the sounds of people being beaten to death.
But good session,
Probably.
guys. You've unraveled at least another part of the mystery. You have some new leads. You still have the other people that you can get back, but you just defeated a 5th level witch. So
Nice.
that's
Fuck
nice.
yeah.
5th level?
Yeah,
That
5th level,
explains why it was so difficult. Sure.
No, but seriously, that
damn.
was that's fair. It was difficult, but that was a beautifully difficult encounter. Chat saved us. Savage Combat Smurf got this beautiful.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, holy shit, this beautiful death blow.
Yeah.
So
It was nice.
I also have to say I love how the edgy kid was kind of like, surrender or your friend dies, and the hillbilly's like, fuck that.
and then his friend is like,
And then just boom. It was good shit, guys. And hell yeah, I'm looking forward to invade Crowan's dreams a little bit more next session.
So our
on.
missing
Title of your
team
sex
member
tape.
is still in chat, and she asked a very interesting question. We got I think some XP.
You guys did get a hefty amount of experience points. For this combat encounter, you guys are now at let's see here. That is
Crystal be like, what about the XP though?
Yeah. Okay, so together with the character development moments, that comes to and it's a big thing that you guys have killed Vermilion.
Yeah.
Let's see, 780.
Oh my god.
780 is where you guys are at right now.
Jesus. So for our viewers, every 1,000 experience you level up in Pathfinder 2. So 780 is very close to level 3 for us.
Hell yeah.
We haven't even been level 2 that long, so I'm
No.
very excited to see what level 3 has in store.
Yeah, we had some very serious moments the past few sessions. Like, holy shit. I guess we had some serious progression going on in combat. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get like all these spells where I get to fuck up people.
You will.
Can I please just have one spell to shut up Tarush whenever I want once a day?
No, you don't get to.
That's called silence.
The sort of silence cantrip or something.
Yeah, it's called the mute button.
It's called the mute button, but Charlie's the producer, so fuck y'all.
You can always try to bribe the DM. That's always a way that you can.
That's fair.
Suddenly, you can't talk. Oh no, what's going on?
Bowker's like, Charlie, shut the fuck up, and I'm like, fuck.
We can't hear
That's
you,
your
Charlie.
But for now, at least, we must bid you all a very fond farewell. We have had fun. I hope you guys did too. Next week, we will continue this charade, and let's see how the party continues with at least this string, this lieutenant of whatever evil forces behind this being snuffed out of existence. So, enjoy the last hour of your weekend. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.